Hey man, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Clark Polo, aka YKP, whatever you guys want to call me, and I am back with another banger YouTube video. If you guys cannot read, go back to school, but if you guys can read, you'll see the title of today's video. Today, I'm bringing back the story time. You guys love when I do story times. Now, this story time, it kind of like, okay, for example, one story time you guys always ask me about is like the time I lost my V card, and I'm gonna save that just because my parents think I'm a virgin, but so this story time, it kind of fucks that motto up because it literally has to do with the time I got caught, like walked in on. So I'm gonna save the virgin story time for another time, because that's a really good story time. Like, that's a funny ass story time. So I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna show you guys this one. This story time, as I just said, is the time that I got caught by my grandmother. I don't know how to start it. I don't know. Fuck it. What? Basically, let me start off by telling you how I met the girl that I need a nickname for her. Fucking. Okay, if her name's that, Flake. There you go. Flake. We'll call her Flake. Anyway, Flake. Okay, Flake. Remember the name Flake. I'm on Instagram one day, and this is like, what, it's 2019? This must have been like a year and something ago. Or like 2 years ago, something like that. I'm on Instagram, and I'm single at the time, you know, being that nigga, you know what I'm saying? I just started my YouTube channel. I'm popping, I'm being that nigga, period, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm on Instagram, and I'm swear to God, I'm looking for a girl. Like, I literally want a girlfriend. Like, I was like, I'm active. Like, I need a girlfriend. And I'm going through Instagram, and someone posts a picture basically saying, like, are we raw? Or like, do we look good, basically? And it's a picture of the person that posted it and then another person. And I'm going through all the people that the girl was posting, and she ended up posting a girl. So I go on that girl's page. That's Flake. I go on Flake's page, and she's doing the same thing. I follow Flake because she's good looking or whatever. I follow Flake. I comment under one of her pictures basically saying me. Flake had already posted like 6 or 7 niggas, and everyone was basically not liking it. They were like putting thumbs down, like they were not fucking with it. Flake ends up posting me and her and asking if we bust, and it got like 150 likes in like 10 minutes or something like that, and everyone was commenting under, blah, 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 right? So me, being the shy ass nigga I am, didn't say anything. She ended up texting me first, and after that, it was kind of weird because I could already tell we would never like really fuck with each other because just the way we was talking. But anyway, we end up talking, and I kind of forced things, and I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it. We're just gonna, I'm gonna let it go. We talk, we FaceTime, and it was I can't get into detail about the FaceTime experience, but the FaceTime was definitely the most awkward FaceTime I've ever had in my life, and also the most sexual. It was really weird. But me and the girl talk on the phone for like we're on the phone for like maybe like a week or two. We end up kicking it at my nigga's house. Actually, the story time, the fight story time where I beat up the guy and showed the video, we were at his house, and we're there with his mom, and we were just chilling. That was the first time we hung out. That was whatever. But later on, like, I think maybe if that's like in November, it was like in December or something like that, we end up coming over. She comes over to my house, and let me tell you guys this, bro. This sucked for me. This is the first girl I let meet my mom, and it was an accident. Like, she wasn't, like, I was home alone, and my mom came back and like got something. But my mom doesn't trip about me having females over. She just was like, what the fuck, who's this? And she meets my mom high as fuck. So like, and she meets my auntie. So the first girl that my mom is ever introduced to by me is high as fuck. Like, and my mom already knows I wouldn't fuck with, like, she talked to me about it after, like, why are you with her, like, what the fuck. But anyway, that's just a side thing. Basically, the girl comes over, I'm with my homie Chris, and then the girl, and they're all chilling outside in the front room. We're just kicking whatever, and then Mr. Clark, being the freaky deaky person he is, starts to get touchy. Okay, I admit it. I started to get a little bit touchy. I got like a living room, and then I got like a front room. We were in the front room playing games. We were playing GTA, and I was with the girl, and I was like, let's not be here next to my niggas, let's go over there. Mind you, my grandma is in the front room, right next to where we are. She's supposed to be asleep, but you know, she could wake up at any time. And we're sitting on the couch out there in the front room, or in the living room, and no, yeah, the front room. And we start whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we weren't fucking or nothing, not yet. We were just kissing whatever. And then slowly it got into that. We started having a wrestling match on the couch, and then my smart ass remembers, oh shit, that's my grandma's room right there. Okay, that's my grandma's room. So we gotta leave. We gotta go somewhere else. So the one thing is, like I said earlier, my mom doesn't care if I have girls in my house. She doesn't care. But at the time, I was not allowed to have girls in my room. Like, that was like my mom was right across the street at a party, and like the one rule was like, no bitches in the room. Like that, like with the door closed, oh my God. If the door in the room is just bad, but if they're in the room and it's locked, oh my God, it's terrible. Like, it's a shit show. So my mom specifically tells me no girls, blah, 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 in your room. Same with my grandma, she knows the rule. So I take the girl back here, and we're in the room. I throw her on the bed, we not throw her, like, not like abuse, like we got in the bed. And we ended up same thing, kissing, touchy, whatever, making out. And then basically we get into the same thing. You know what I'm saying? She looked like a dog stretching. If you know what a dog look like stretching, they like, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be gay, but you know what I'm saying? And then I start going muddy. You feel me? I was doing my Dougie. And we're doing it for a minute. We probably were doing it for like, I was a freshman, so we probably only did it for like 25 minutes. And we were doing it, and then I hear my grandma, door open. And I'm in the middle of like my jackrabbit moment where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And I end up not finished as I hear my grandma come out. And like, she comes out the door. She goes to the front room where my niggas are. My niggas they were high. They didn't know where I was. They were not paying attention. So their dumbasses say, when my grandma comes out and says, hey, where's Paulo? You know, I have to tell him something. Their dumbasses say that he's in the room. Now, this is the thing. I fucked myself up at this point because my mom was trying to get a hold of me while I was doing the thing. All I had to do was answer my mom's phone call and take the chicken out the freezer. That was my job. That's what it ended up being, taking the chicken out the freezer. Instead, I declined my mom's calls like 6 times and didn't respond to her text. So she called my grandma, woke my grandma up, and told my grandma to get me. So I fucked myself up, basically. I did it to me. So my niggas, of course, being stupid, say he's in the room with the girl back there, like they're talking or whatever. So again, I'm going crazy, like I'm in the middle of it, like I'm literally about to finish. And I finish, like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm, you know, I hear, Paolo, what are you doing in there? Hey, open the door. And I swear to fucking God, let me get the mannequin. Let me get the mannequin. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about, bro. I need to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. This ain't like, bro, no homo. All right, but the mannequin's bent over, right? We're gonna throw him this way. The mannequin's bent over in the bed, right? And I was sitting there like this. My grandma's sitting there, Paolo. I'm telling the girl, I'm like, bro, shut up, don't fucking make a sound, like shut up. Like, I'm gonna punch you in the jaw if you moan, like shut up. And this is kind of gay. Anyway, let me move you, you big body bitch. Anyway, I tell the girl, shut the fuck up. I don't make a noise because I have to think of a plan right now. So, me being the smart, intelligent human being that I am, my door was locked, by the way, and my grandma literally was like, when she was knocking on the door, she was like, I'm gonna get a screwdriver and open the door, like doing hella extra. Like, grandma, I can't just be sleeping. Like, what if I was being my dick? She can, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, oh, you better not be in there with that girl, blah blah blah. And my smart ass, I whispered to the girl. I'll come up to the camera and do it. I was like, I swear to God, I was like this. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna jump through the window and go in the backyard. And you're gonna act like you were asleep in my room because you started your period and you were changing your pad because someone was in the bathroom. And when you were changing your pad, you fell asleep on my bed. And that was it. And you don't know where I am. That's what I said. So I jumped through the window, literally being dumbass quiet. And let me see if I can get an example. This is what my window sounds like. Okay, I have no. You say you can hear it? You see how there's that squeaky noise? So my grandma, open the door, is right there. And I have to go like this, I swear to God. With that squeaky ass noise and make an excuse for why the window's open, right? So I hop off the bed. At least I didn't get blue balled. That's the good thing. If I got blue balled, I would have been really even more mad. I get out the bed, jump out my window like fucking Superman, and I tell the girl, lay the fuck down and don't fucking move. Like, give me a second. So I go out there, and this is like just thinking about this is so cringy because it's such a dumbass like excuse. I go out there, damn near butt ass naked. I'm literally in some drawers. Like, I'm in like my soccer shorts. I go out there and I'm fucking calling the Flake's name. And I'm like, Flake, where are you? Like, as if she's a lost fucking dog. Like, I'm in my backyard, look, I have a pool. I'm looking at my pool going, Flake, where are you? Flake, where are you? And then I go in the house and I'm like, hey, Rat and Chris, come out here. Play along with me. Like, I just got fucking, we need to act like we're looking for her. So we're all in the backyard. One nigga goes to the hot tub. One nigga goes to the barbecue stand. And I go to the fucking pool. And we're all going, Flake, Flake, where'd you go? Like, we don't have phones or something. Like, it was such a stupid idea. Like, it literally didn't make sense. And my grandma comes in the backyard, and my grandma's a fucking thug. She scares the fuck. I don't care if she's 4'11", whatever. She's a fucking thug. She comes out there with that fucking hand, you know what I'm saying? That, like, I'm gonna fuck you up hand. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, Grandma, first off, I didn't know your balls dropped and you got a deep voice like that. Second off, what do you mean? I'm looking for my girl. You seen her actually? You seen her? We put up, you know the girl, she like this tall, hair like this. Flake, remember Flake? She was just in the house, remember? Yeah, I haven't seen her. And she was like, I know what you were doing in that goddamn room. I know what you were doing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? Grandma, my door's locked actually. Oh, she's probably, Grandma, she's probably in my room. So my grandma goes back. She's like, all right, I'm gonna find out what happened. My grandma starts walking. My grandma's slow. Starts walking back to the house. I book it. This is before my knee was fucked up, of course. I book it. Get to my window. Open the window. I'm like, hey, wake up. Act like you're awake now. My grandma's coming back in. You gotta talk to her. You gotta just, I was like, I don't know what you gotta say, but say it. Because if you fuck up, I'm mad. Don't fuck up. So I tell her, close the door. I go back out. My grandma was walking back out to talk to me. My grandma, I don't know what happened. I really don't know where she is. My niggas are hype, bro. Chris is like off when like this nigga's falling. Like he's crossfaded. He was drunk and high. So this nigga's like, you know where Flake is? Like, Flake, like a fucking retard. And my grandma just doesn't believe it. She literally just, she's like mad as fuck. She called my mom too and everything. My mom was drunk, so I don't think she remembers it, so that's good. Shout out to mom. Anyway, grandma comes, grandma ends up coming back into the room, and again, Flake, now she's calling her by her name. Flake, open the fucking door. Cursing out the, I'm like, Grandma, you ain't gotta be rude. She's just getting dick. You can't be mad at her. Come on, like, anyway, knock on the door. Girl opens up. I'm standing in the hallway so my grandma can't see me, but the girl opens the door and she's, bro, if you're watching this, you're a fucking god. She goes, I swear to God, like this. Hello, Mrs. Clark. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I just fell asleep. Like, I got tired looking at her. That's how good she was at acting. Like, I was like, oh, you was really asleep. Did you really fall asleep? Cause she looked asleep. She, you know that sleepy voice? You know, like that little, that's what she had. She was like, hello. Hi, nice to see you. I'm Flake, yeah. Yeah, I was just sleeping, yeah. She had taken off her panties and everything, like, to make it look like she had put the pad on the floor, like everything, like made it look like it was real. And I was like, come to think of it, what if she really did? Like, I was believing it. So she tricked my grandma. Like, my grandma was mad as, but my grandma's a Catholic, like, teacher. Like, my grandma's a fucking, like, Jesus worshiper. So when she found out that I was doing that, she was tripping. Like, when we were out there in the front room at first, she was like, she sat me down and was like, I'm disappointed in you that you would ever disrespect a female like that in my house and have intercourse, blah, 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 premarital, and pointing the fucking finger, the Jesus. You know, there's like fingers, but there's the Jesus finger. She was pointing the Jesus finger at me. And girl saved my ass. My grandma still to this day. Grandma, oh my God, my grandma watches my videos. Grandma, if you made it this far in the video, just know I love you. And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. But anyway, girl saved my ass. Up until now, grandma thinks I'm a virgin. And my grandma actually brought it up later, because I remember saying that I was a virgin at a dinner table, and my grandma defended me and was like, yeah, I actually thought he wasn't, but then I caught him, and no, I know he told me he wouldn't. Anyway, but to wrap up the story, girl lies to her, and then my grandma goes back to the room hot as fuck, calls my mom, tells her whatever, and then again, the girl goes to the room, and I swear to God, I'm like, bro, you have to lie to her and put it on God that we weren't doing something, or put it on like a dead homie or something and cross her fingers, like, or something. So she goes up to my grandma, leans on the door, and like goes like this with her fingers and goes, hey, Mrs. Clark, I just want to tell you, I'm not that type of person. I would never do that, especially in your house with your grandson here and you here. On everything. I'm a Catholic too, so I know where you're coming from. On God, our Lord and Savior. I didn't have sex with him in the room when you walked in. So just, I know he is crazy, isn't he? Yeah. And then from then on, my grandma believed her, and it was the Lord and Savior that saved me. So thank you to the church. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, drop a like, comment, and subscribe to come kick with the cool kids like Clark. I appreciate you guys so much. I will probably drop the fight story time before I drop the V-card story time, just because like that's like a really good story time. But anyway, let's get like a cool, like what, 300, 400 likes on today's video, and yeah, fuck you, bye.
Yeah,